Tracie, a banner weekend for Wisconsin, especially Wisconsin pitching. Obviously the bats came alive, but with what Cassandra did out in the circle, could you have been any more proud of her?
I couldn't. I actually texted her on the way home and I just said, I'm so proud of you. She just focused in, she did what she had to do, she kept us in games, struck more people out than she averages. So I was just really happy with her composure and just how she helped lead this team.
You've been around enough to know that you can kind of get that feeling when a pitcher's on, and it just seemed like she really had a great weekend. Is there anything different about her now than say earlier in the season?
I think she kind of sees the end. The end is near, so she's kind of turning it up, and obviously advancing to regionals is new for us. But I think she just kind of sees how the tournament went and sees how it can keep going. So I think she just really turned it on in the past week.
Now, for those of us who don't know how one gets the circle and keeps the circle, I know on BTN over the weekend when you guys played Minnesota, they speculated that maybe you'd throw Megan because of the success she had. Was there any doubt that Cassandra would be the one you ride throughout the whole weekend, and is she kind of assumed that position right now as being kind of your workhorse?
She has a little. I mean, she has. Megan has done a tremendous job all year long of giving us a viable number two, and I think that's one thing that we didn't really see a whole lot in the Big Ten of a number two, a strong number two. But yeah, Cass has just turned it on in the past couple weeks. So when we went into the game on Sunday, we were going with Cass, especially with how she held Michigan's hitters. We didn't really fear that Minnesota was going to put up runs like they did last time on her. And I think she was just that much more focused at this point because of the series that we had with Minnesota, that it was almost like she had a little bit more to prove. So we were definitely comfortable with going with her, and I definitely think that she's become our workhorse.
And how does the stakes change this weekend, and with the field you've got, and starting out against North Carolina, team you've seen before? Well, anything that she's got to do differently, or is this weekend hopefully a continuation of what she's done the last couple?
I think it'll be a continuation. I think the biggest focus for her is going to be just maintaining the sharpness and hitting her spots. I think if you look at her during that Louisville tournament, it wasn't as sharp as she could be, and she still held them to 2 runs. So I think the biggest thing for her is just going to be running lanes better and just making sure that her changeup's working, and I think that's going to put her in the right spot.